Hi all, welcome to Sports Arena WWE News. In today's news, we're going to see the update on Survivor Series plans, Bray Wyatt opponent for Survivor Series, new stipulation for Roman Reigns match, Sami Zyan future in WWE and Ronda Rousey new documentary. Let's go to the headlines. Backstage update on WWE Survivor Series 2019 plans. Who will Bray Wyatt face on 24th November Survivor Series? WWE's next big pay-per-view, Survivor Series 2019, goes down on November 24th, while the card is taking shape nicely with a Raw vs. SmackDown vs. NXT theme, the usual men's and women's elimination bouts, several inter-brand triple threats, and a heated clash pitting Rey Mysterio against WWE Champion Brock Lesnar. One man remains conspicuous by his absence: WWE Universal Champion Bray Wyatt. Last week's SmackDown suggested The Fiend could be challenged by Daniel Bryan, who Wyatt assaulted in a backstage segment. Yesterday, the Wrestling Observer's Dave Meltzer confirmed that this is, indeed, WWE's current plan, with the company's greatest technician set to wrestle a monster he hasn't faced since January 2015 episode of Raw. We can probably expect their feud to develop on tonight's SmackDown. Meltzer also notes that abandoned plans had Wyatt wrestling The Miz, who joined SmackDown in the October draft, with Bryan competing against AJ Styles and Roderick Strong in a three-way, suggested he'd have become Intercontinental Champion. In the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Meltzer writes that Rusev vs. Bobby Lashley isn't in WWE's plans at the moment. The reason? The card is already full. WWE considering dog collar match for TLC. As noted, the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota is advertising the following matches for the December 15th WWE TLC pay-per-view: Rusev vs. Bobby Lashley in a singles match, Roman Reigns vs. King Baron Corbin in a TLC match, and the first ever women's TLC tag team match with Asuka and Kairi Sane defending their WWE Women's Tag Team titles against Charlotte Flair and Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch. Despite the advertising WWE sent to the arena, the stipulation for Reigns vs. Corbin has not been finalized. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that a dog collar match stipulation has also been discussed. WWE star Ronda Rousey's documentary to release on November 19th. A documentary on the WWE superstar, titled The Ronda Rousey Story, Through My Father's Eyes, will release on November 19th. While she has largely been away from WWE following her loss at WrestleMania 35 to Becky Lynch in a triple threat match, Ronda Rousey has been busy with Total Divas. The reality show gives viewers an insight into lives of WWE's female wrestlers. Now, it turns out that the UFC Hall of Famer and WWE superstar will have a documentary on her release by Lionsgate on November 19th. The trailer for the film, The Ronda Rousey Story, Through My Father's Eyes, is available on YouTube, while the film itself will be available for digital streaming and on demand for viewers, revealed Wrestling Inc. The report tags that the project was first announced in 2014 for a 2016 theatrical release. However, it was then announced for a delayed theatrical release in 2017, which never happened. It seems that Lionsgate have acquired the rights of the film and are releasing it on digital platforms. Sami Zayn on his future in WWE as a manager. Sami Zayn is currently having a lot of fun as Shinsuke Nakamura's mouthpiece. The two complement each other well as Zayn continues to speak for the IC champion. He makes a great manager, but what is Sami Zayn's future in WWE? While speaking to Vulture Hound, Sami Zayn was asked if he studied great managers from the past before taking the role and whether this is his long-term plan in WWE. Zayn said that it's probably not a long-term vision for him, but he's still able to add a lot to matches by being a force outside of the ring. I don't think that's a long-term vision. It's certainly not my long-term vision. That's something I may want to do when I'm done with in-ring competition, obviously, as I still have a lot to give in that regard. However, I do think, just in my limited time doing this, that I've been able to add a lot to the matches that he's performing in, and so I do think there is something to be said about that, as an art form for the role. The managerial role is definitely a missing space in wrestling today, in WWE today. It kind of reminds me just how fun it could be when it's done right, and, again, I don't know if it's going to end. It's probably not a long-term thing, but for now, it's kind of opened the door enough for me to really make me realize oh, this is something that I could really enjoy down the road when my in-ring days are over, but I still think I do have a lot to contribute even when my body one day says no more. Sami Zayn will likely lead Shinsuke Nakamura to the ring for the foreseeable future. Everything changes eventually in WWE because they have to freshen things up. Sami will be wrestling again, but in the meantime, he's having fun with Shinsuke Nakamura and might even want to eventually add more members to his stable.